Hey everybody, we're at day one of World of Concrete. We've teamed up with Makita to bring you through their booth here. This is the biggest show for Makita. They showcase all their new tools that are coming out and ready for 2020. They put a lot of stuff into their displays so we can get their tools put to work and show just exactly how well they perform. I'm going to take you step by step through some of the areas that I think are the coolest parts that are going to help everybody in the plumbing and heating industry and beyond, obviously. So let's go take a look. This is a huge booth. We got a lot to cover. All right, let's take a look at Makita's new lighting. So they've got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out. Some of it's available right now. This is an 18-volt handheld, like a spotlight or a searchlight. 750 lumens, but that's not even the full story on this thing. It'll go like 700 feet shining distance. So very cool. It's got a bunch of different modes. You switch the modes around and on there, but like, you know, like you're used to. 18-volt tool, very nice light, super rugged. It's got a cool hook here. But I want to look at this. So wobble light, right? Why do they make a wobble light? Well, theirs is totally different than what you're used to. So, they showed me this earlier, and it's pretty rad. So, you've got all your controls on the front, but you can run it off of a single 18-volt battery, but you can load it up with 2 batteries, so you get double the run time. It's not a 36-volt tool; it's 18. It's got all the features you'd expect out of this style of light, except for this. So they took and they put a handle on the bottom, so it's way easier to carry versus just having this handle up here. This is a pain in the butt, man. I've used this style light before of other brands, but only having that handle. This thing's heavy too, IPX60 something rating. I mean, whatever, it's gonna get rained on, it's not gonna matter. But you've got multiple zones here. 3 different shining zones, and you've got 3 different output. Move from this light to an area light like this. This too is a 36-volt tool. This is 3,000 lumens and super bright. It's got a super heavy-duty heat sink built into it, so it's gonna, because this thing actually build up a little bit of heat. Same with the next one we're looking at after this. But cool features on this is it comes with a 10-foot cord, 8 or 10-foot cord, and so you can plug it in and run it. It's not going to charge the light or charge the batteries while it's plugged in, but you've got the availability of either cordless or corded. Moving on to their powerhouse of the lights. This is the one they're most proud of, I think, and I would be too if I were them. You've got a 10,000 lumen light here. So this is 18 volt. You can load it up with 2 batteries for double the run time. Cord again. You've got a full adjustability on this. And if you back up, when you saw when we walked into this display here, there is a 13-foot tall adjustable tripod that just this light mounts on. It's not the threaded spindle on the top. It's got a special clamp for the base of the light. And this thing will extend out. It'll handle a lot of wind. So you can pair up a couple of these on a job site and get 20,000 lumens. That's freaking nuts. Very nice setup, specialized tripod, all aluminum. Looks pretty nice. It's gonna hold up. So yeah, it looks like Makita's really up in their lighting game. They needed an update. I mean, they admit that too. And I think these 2 lights here are probably going to be the most popular out of them all. That 3,000 lumen light, it's not bad at all, but I might just surpass the 3,000 myself. Probably go for the 10, call it good. Multiple modes, why not? You can't really beat that. Oh, check this out. This little speaker right here. This is insane. So this is a wireless stereo, Bluetooth, 36 or 12 volts on the back there. Nice sealed compartment. But that's not even it. That's not all of it. Look at how small and compact this is. You can run it through speakers or USB. You can connect and charge your phone if you want. That's all waterproofed and everything. This thing's waterproof itself. Connect up to 10 of these, they're saying, and get stereo sound out. You know, put 2 of them together, and you got stereo. oh, you got one of them that's like your mother, and then the other are the children, let's call it, or A, B, and B, you know. But this thing was super rugged, super compact. I'm gonna get my hands on this as soon as it's available. Next, I'm gonna look at the impact wrench. I heard about a new impact wrench that they got out. It's got a whole ton of settings. Probably something I'm a little more interested in because of its electronics. So we're gonna check that out next. All right, so we're here with Aaron with the new impact wrenches. You've got some new features built into some new wrenches here. You know all the details. I don't want to mess this up. So can you give us a rundown real quick of what is built into these new wrenches? You got a lot of cool features. So what are they going to do?
So we're going to have two ranges of wrenches. We have the XWT 14 and 15. It's going to be a ring D10 to pin D10 anvils. They're going to have the same features as the 17 and 18. This is 240 foot-pounds. This is going to be a new mid-range torque, the 17 and the 18. Those will be at 516 foot-pounds fastening and then 738 foot-pounds of nut busting torque. Okay. The features he's talking about are the auto-stop modes. Yeah. We introduced those on a previous wrench a couple years ago, but now we have 3 forward and 3 reverse auto-stop modes.
All right.
And how that works, auto stop 1, for instance, forward, as you're driving that fastener down, the nut down, it's going to stop the second it starts to impact. I can show that real quick.
Yeah.
And then auto stop 2, it's going to be the same idea, but as it's driving that fastener forward, it starts to impact. It's going to impact for half a second. Okay. And then auto stop 3 and forward, same idea. Once it starts to impact for a second. The idea there, it's getting you closer to torque ranges. It's not torque specific.
Right, but it's not going to pull anchors. It's not going to shear bolts.
Exactly. So in the case of this half-inch anchor right here, I know that 40 foot-pounds is the target for that. So I'm going to go ahead and use it on 2. We'll do 2. So I'm going to take this one off to show you what it does in reverse. Okay. In reverse, I'm not going to let go of the trigger. It's just going to stop on its own. And that gets that fastener off. Now going forward, you'll see it'll impact for half a second. And then it stops on its own.
And you're still holding the trigger down?
Still holding the trigger, yeah.
Okay.
Now if I go to torque mode, or sorry, mode 3 for forward and reverse, forward it's going to impact for a second. Reverse, when it gets to, stops impacting, notices that the fastener is loose, it's going to slow down. That way I can back it off and have complete
without having the nut fly out.
Yeah, having it zip off and run away. So I'm going to go and run that one. Now see how it's going slow?
Yeah, that is slow.
Doing all that on its own, then I get it right to where I want it.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty great. I mean, that 516 foot-pounds of fastening torque and that form factor, that size, that's a really exciting tool. We're pretty excited about it.
This is going to be more versatile. It's not just concrete work. It's not just anchors. You're going to be able to do lags, things like that.
Oh, yeah,
something that just a regular impact, driver isn't going to handle for very long, at least.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that are going to be that needs a little more power than what we're going to have on the smaller impact wrench, and then some things you just don't need that giant impact wrench.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fantastic impact wrench. It's 700 foot-pounds, but you don't need 700 every day.
No, it's just easier to carry around, throw in your bag, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, definitely.
Right on. So when is this available?
I believe right now we're looking at summertime for that one.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to get it in all different kinds of configurations, bare tool.
I mean, yeah, initially it'll probably be bare tool, and eventually it'll be kitted as a kit for it, so it'll come with charger and battery.
Right on, right on. I noticed the handle and battery, that's different.
Yes, so
what is that?
So on the heavier hitting impact wrenches, that's an isolator right there. The whole point of this is to keep the vibration down on the battery. And largely, if you notice on our tools too, the way our connection is here, it keeps the battery real tight. That way we don't get any arcing from our contacts.
Okay.
Because if you get arcing, that damages or can damage the life of the battery. So it's just a way of protecting the battery, protecting the tool, so you get a longer life out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if we could get this on camera well enough, but if we can get in close, you can see that connection, that it's almost like a pivot.
Yeah.
But that's to protect the battery, to keep a contact on the battery itself.
Yep, exactly. Reduce that arcing, reduce the bouncing around of the battery.
And all the adjustments are right here on the base.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
Two simple buttons, and you can control everything. Four regular speeds for forward and reverse, but then you also have those 3 auto stop modes, forward and reverse.
Yeah, that auto stop mode's really interesting. I don't do a lot of anchoring myself, at least that I'd need a specific tool for, but I know I see it on the job sites all the time.
Definitely.
So definitely a purpose-built tool, but it's purpose-built for that type of application. However, you can use it for anything you need a wrench for.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, that's a great tool for everything from auto to concrete to home building. It'll cover everything.
Right on, Aaron. Thanks a lot, man.
Of course, yeah, my pleasure.
All right, guys. Holy cow. This is getting to be a really long video. If you watch this far, I want you to stop, hit like if you like this video, but most of all, I'm going to continue it in a part 2. So thanks so much for watching. I'm really excited about all of this stuff. I'm here in my messy office trying to put this video together, so I really appreciate you watching this far. stay tuned for part 2 of the Makita tour around the world of concrete.